Hey guys, what's up? This is your girl Rita Bonita, and I got a subject that I feel like I need to talk about. This is one that has been bothering me for obvious reasons. Um, I think I'm just gonna just get into it, so we can talk about it. Um, Losing a child, I don't believe is ever easy. It's never anything that there's a book for or a manual for that tells you how to deal with it, how to make it from one day to the next day, kind of thing. And the grieving process is different too. Not everybody has the same grieving process. But it's just some things really has been bothering me, and I feel like I have to get it off my chest. I have to speak about it, because it's just one of those kind of things. I get confused, and I don't understand where people are coming from, and I don't understand why people sometimes say the things that they say, and why people are insensitive to other people. Um, I have a nephew that passed away because a few years ago because he was hit by a drunk driver. Wow, him, both of himself and his friend, they were both hit by a drunk driver while they were on their skateboards minding their own business, and they died, which was very devastating. And I realized that my sister-in-law, um, she's been having a very hard time. We are pretty much around the same age, give or take a year or two, and give or take a year or two, and to lose a child, you know, is was very devastating to her, very devastating to the family. So, and her grieving process still has not ended. And who says it should? You know what I mean? So, the problem I have is that there are a lot of people who, when people are going through a death in their family, they do not offer them the support that they need. And let me rephrase that. They don't offer them the continued support that they need. They'll just be there for the funeral, for the show up, but then they'll be nowhere around afterwards. And you also have the people who are say, well, because that child was a certain age, the parent needs to get over it. And never, ever should a parent just get over the death of a child, whether it be a infant to however age to an older adult. Never ever tell a parent, never ever assume that a parent should be able to get over such a tragic loss. It kind of reminds me of my mom. She lost a child too, my oldest brother. And my brother he was older when he died, but I know it was very hard on my mother to deal with that. And I oftentimes wonder, okay, oftentimes wonder um, what's her grieving process. Sorry, guys. So I'm the crybaby of the family, and I'm not apologizing about getting emotional. It's just sometimes we forget to ask that person who's going through the situation, how has your grieving process been going? I've also had other family members in my family who has lost a child as well. Um, I had a cousin who he was killed a few years ago as well. And, well, I'm sorry, not killed per se, but died a few years ago. And, one of my mother's sisters, and I haven't had the chance to find out about how her grieving process is. So what I'm trying to say is that, you know, it doesn't matter the age of a child. Never ever not be there for that person who's going through that grief of a child, because it can be so hard. Oftentimes, like one of my family members, you can fall into a horrible depression. Um, it's been hard for them to get up when it first happened, to move around, to feel like they needed to go on from day to day. And then it's like, you know, people a lot of times they have on a yearly anniversary, they do something for their child or things like that. Um, be there. Be there for the show up, because the support don't stop, you know. And I know we all can't attend everything, but check on that person. Don't ever say that because somebody was a certain age or something, they don't deserve the same amount of grief, or that a parent don't need to grieve the same kind of way, because that's not true at all. And I just, you know, just be a little bit more caring. I mean, grief is grief, pain is pain, you know, and sometimes it never ever goes away, you know, especially for the person who's dealing with it firsthand. So, I don't know. That's me. That's what was on my mind. That's what I had to talk about. And I get sensitive, especially when it comes to grief and death. Those are very sensitive things for me as well as for other people. And I might not have personally lost a child, but I have lost family members. Um, so, yeah. Thanks for the talk, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'm out. Love you.